Alright, Loy Machedo speaking from LoyMachedo.com. And who is Loy Machedo? Today the date is August 2nd, 2015. Time right now is 7:06 in the evening. That was a burp because I'm drinking, carbonated water. Today I just want to address the statement of the question about taking risks in life. Now, I have this client of mine who comes to me for profile rebranding. He wants to rebrand his personality, his career, everything. Everything about him. That was pretty loud. Okay, everything about him. Now, the thing is, he has one challenge which he is not able to overcome, and the challenge is he has been growing a beard. He has been having this full-length beard since childhood, and he has never shaved it off. In fact, he has never even trimmed it off. So, when we were talking about taking risks, I just brought it up. What about trimming your beard and looking different? Because obviously he is into sales. So he said, yeah, I always wanted to do that, but I'm scared. And I asked him, why are you scared? He just said, no, I've never done it. So I suggested to him to trim it off and go down one level at a time and finally shave it off. You'd not believe this. It has been almost like 6 months, and every time we meet up, I ask him, so what's happening with regards to shaving your beard? And he says, yeah, I'm going to do it, but something. Now, finally, he sent me a photograph today, and he told me, see, I did it. So I was like, wow, he actually did it. He shaved his beard. He faced his fear of wondering what people would think about him. And when he sent me the photograph, he had not actually trimmed the whole beard. He just trimmed it down a little bit. And he said, see, I've done it. So I told him, listen, you didn't shave it off. He's like, no, Loy, you don't know. Maybe I'll not look good. And, he kept giving me all these excuses. So I'm going to tell you what I told him, and maybe it'll ring a bell. And this is what I told him. See, it's not the question about, shaving your beard or making a change. It's about taking that step to know that you have the courage to make a change. Because, we live in a society, we live in a world where everyone wants us to be, act, and behave like someone else. And at times you'd always wonder, what would it be like if I was different? Now, in school, I never fit into the category of having friends. I was never popular with the guys. I always tried to change myself to be like them. It never worked out. Then when I was in high school, I remember Beverly Hills used to come up. So everyone was trying to look like some star of Beverly Hills, and I wanted to look like Luke Perry. Not sure what's his name. It was Luke Perry. I wanted to look like him. It never worked out. I tried to act like the other guys. Then as I became older, I tried to fit into, the cool guys category. I tried going to clubs. It didn't work out. I tried, hitting on females the way they used to do, take a flashy car. It never worked out. And finally I decided, I got so fed up, I said, no, I'm going to be myself. Now, there were many things that were different. Like, for instance, everyone preached and said, you need to be humble. And I decided, no, I'm not going to be humble because I'm a show-off. I love to show off. Why should I be humble? I was a bit like the Donald Trump, I love to show off. Then I had a lot of questions about Christianity. I was a Christian, and we were told certain things like, okay, you need to pray Sunday, you need to pray this saint. Monday, you need to pray this saint. Tuesday, you need to pray Saint Anthony. Wednesday, you need to pray Mother Mary. Thursday, you need to pray some other guy. Saturday, you need to pray Saint Jude. So every day had a particular saint with a particular number of times you had to say the prayer. And if you said one less or one more, you had to restart the whole thing. I thought this was a whole hogwash nonsense. And then, I was told you need to respect your teachers, you need to respect your parents, otherwise their curse will come on you. So many things. And I challenged each and every core belief that was there. I was even told that, for example, if I tattoo myself, my life will be destroyed. So I tattooed myself, I kept myself fit. And then when I had to take a risk and tattoo this part of my hand, I was like thinking, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? Because what will happen if I didn't like it? Then I did that. I just put some, marker ink on my skin, and, I went around, and people said, "Oh, you got a tattoo done." I said, "No, it's just marker ink pen." So they said, "Why do you do that?" I just want to know, what do you think? They said, "Man, you've tattooed yourself. You might as well just tattoo your hands." So I was like, okay. So after I did that, I noticed people didn't care. Then the biggest risk that I had to take was the choice of putting the first tattoo that was here. That was a Mike Tyson one. I was not too sure as to how people would take it. You won't believe, I went to the tattoo artist at least 4 times, and every time I went there, he was like, "Listen, are you sure? Are you sure? Because once you do it, you can't change it." I was so scared. Now, listen, that I'm not trying to tell you, go get a tattoo done, okay? You should not get a tattoo done, because in my case, I've been lucky because of the education and because of the specialization that I have. I educated myself. So you need to understand that it's a career suicide. It's a suicide from society, from friends, from everyone. So please don't do it, okay? That's not the point of this video. The point of the video is taking risks, but risks that make a positive difference in your life. In my case, however, all these changes, from tattoos to questioning society, questioning core religious beliefs, everything worked in my favor. And today, if I'm doing very well, if I'm successful, it's because I took those risks. So what I'm trying to tell you is not go get a tattoo done, or break away from your family, or break away from your religion. No, I'm not trying to tell you that. What I am trying to tell you is you need to take risks in life. You need to take a chance. Unless you take a chance, unless you take a risk, nothing is going to happen. If you're in your comfort zone, it's going to be the same. For example, if I had to tell someone take a risk, it would be, are you in a relationship that keeps you happy? If it's not keeping both of you happy, you've tried everything, why are you being in it? Just to keep society happy, keep your children happy when you're not happy? Because even the children are smart nowadays. They obviously would know that things are not working out. Are you in a job that you don't like, but you're scared to, take a plunge? Are you in a situation, let's say in your family, that you're not very comfortable and you need to stand up and say something? So it can be anything. It can even be small as to changing your house, changing your accommodation, changing your style. So whatever it is, my honest suggestion to all of you is, in life you need to take a risk. And I've taken risks in life. Some have worked out, some have not. But at the end of the day, I still do take risks. The only thing you need to understand is, as you get older, your ability to take risks will reduce, because you'd say that, I don't have that, the spirit to take big, high-time risks. So take your risks when you still have time, and you'd never know that what would happen. Worst to worst case scenario, you'll realize it's a mistake, but then at least you did something. Loy from LoyMachedo.com. Hey! Go back to your place. Go. Loy from LoyMachedo.com. And who's LoyMachedo.com? Saying goodbye for now? Yeah, I know. My dog always moves out. Anyway, ciao. Any questions? Send me an email. Goodbye.